If you want to laugh and have some fun, this is the podcast. This is the one. Lights, camera, action on your marker, set, go. Welcome everyone to the Suezie Show. Welcome everyone to the Suezie Show.
Welcome everyone to the Suezie Show. Welcome everybody. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, that wasn't very ladylike. Speaking of being ladylike, springtime is upon us. Springtime is upon us. Yeah. Springtime. So, springtime is upon us. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I have personally noticed that when spring comes, people tend to hook up more and form new relationships right around spring and summer. But when the fall hits, when it's like around October, November time, you notice those relationships bust apart. They're donezo. That's about, 5 months difference, right? Let's say spring, call it April and spring and October. We'll do April till October. May, June, July, August, September, October. We'll even say November. That's 7 months. That's a long time. Anywho, that happens where people hook up because most people are going back out in the springtime. The weather's nice. We can wear nice outfits and lighter clothes and cute sundresses and nice shirts and go back out and socialize again. A lot of us just love to get out of the house, even if it's just for a couple hours. It's nice to get out for a little bit. And a lot of people meet new people and they date because it's spring. It's nice. You go out for ice cream. You could go for walks on the beach. Everything's so nice. And then a couple months into it, man, here come the holidays. Time to bust apart. And a lot of people make a joke. Some I won't say a lot. Just some of the people I know will make jokes about it in the past. They have made jokes about it like, holidays are coming. Time to get rid of so-and-so because they don't want to waste money buying presents on somebody they know they don't want to spend the next couple of years with at all. They're pretty much done with it. I'm like, damn, man. But I mean, if that's how they feel, it is what it is. Don't waste your time, don't waste their time. But it's always sad when somebody gets broken up with around the holidays, man. That's so messed up. But then it's kind of messed up to, if you don't want to be with somebody anymore, you've dated for a few months, you're kind of done with it, it's not going anywhere, and oops, here comes the holidays. Now you look like the bad guy if you break it off right before the holidays. But if you don't do that because it's the holidays and you don't want to do that to somebody, aren't you kind of ruining your own holiday by sticking around with that person and giving them a gift or whatever under false pretenses, knowing you're done with them? You're just kind of mercy dating them through the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally think it's best as soon as you feel that way, end it. And I have a idea of why this happens. Why it's this. I already kind of explained the springtime thing where people are going back out and they're dressing nice and they're getting out and socializing again because the weather's permitting. And there's no pandemic, thank God. So, we could go back out and chill with each other and meet new people and all that. But I think that the reason why a lot of couples that meet in the spring end in the fall is because after about 5 months, there's a few reasons, I think. First, not the 5-month one. I'll give this one first. I think when you meet someone, if you put this big, the weather's nice, I feel so nice, springtime and summer and fa la la, and you put more romance into something that's not really quite there. You're just putting it in there because the weather and the whirlwind of it all. And that sort of thing kind of burns hot. And when something burns hot like a match, it burns out quickly. It burns hot and heavy. Like when you strike a match, burns up, woof, flame on. Like the Fantastic Four dude. Flame on. As soon as that flame's on, it's like boom. It's burning hot and heavy, and then takes a couple months and that starts to die out a little bit. You can't go hot and heavy. Gotta be normal. When you're hot and heavy and infatuated or whatever to a high extent, that's kind of, I could kind of call that's burning out. That's gonna burn out. It's burning hot and heavy. It burns out fast. But there's another one, the 5-month itch. I'll call it an itch. It's not really an itch though. I shouldn't call it an itch. I could call it, the 5-month finish line. We'll call it the 5-month finish line. I like that. That's a good one. 5-month finish line. Let me tell you, I'm not attacking any particular sex in any way. Male, female, straight, gay, bi, and whatever you choose, it doesn't matter. People are people. And within 5 months of whomever you just met and started dating, they're going to show you who they really are. Okay? Some of the mannerisms that you really liked when you first started talking to that person, they might go away after about 3 months. And you're wondering, they used to do this all the time. I really liked it. I'm not going to say anything about it because it was just something nice that they did. But I'm noticing that went away. But okay, we're still having fun. And then before a couple more weeks, another mannerism falls off of their chart. So they were putting up bullshit so you would like them. So you really started liking a person and mannerisms and things that this person showed you that's not really who they are. They just showed you something that maybe they thought that you wanted to see. And it takes a few months of talking to someone and spending time with someone to figure out, is that him or is that her? Now, that's not to say if you date somebody for 5 months and they were on their best behavior, trying to put their best foot forward, that makes them a bad person and you should stop dating them. No, not at all. Not at all. Because I don't know about you, but I know that if I start dating someone, I want to put my best foot forward. I'm not going to sit there and act a fool, and I'm going to dress nicely and present myself and have manners and hopefully click with that person and have a good time. I'm not going to sit there and act rude or disrespectful, but I'm also not going to turn into a rude, disrespectful person. With me, what you see is what you get. I'm not going to change it up on anybody. I pretty much say, think, act exactly how I am. I don't change it. Well, no, that's not fair. I will say when I first start talking to someone, I do try to make sure that I look nice, presentable. I do my hair and put some makeup on and try to put myself together nicely when I first start dating someone. Now, that's not to say that I turn myself into a slob a few months after dating me. Yeah, I let myself go. No, if I do my hair or makeup or do anything to make myself, as far as I think, look nice, it's for me. It's called self-care. I don't do those things for anyone else but myself, but I do kind of make sure that I look nicer when I first start dating someone. Don't get it wrong. I've dated someone in the past where some of the first things we did was go play racquetball or go play tennis or go outside sweating, where I had no makeup on and my hair was pulled back in a ponytail with a baseball hat on, all sweaty. So I'm not putting out some falsehood like, oh, this is what I look like all the time. No, not even close, because I wouldn't want somebody thinking I look like this all the time, because I don't. I'm not going to put my hair and my makeup on every single day. No, I shouldn't have to. I don't think I have to. I don't need to. I do it, I don't know, for if I'm going out somewhere or just to present myself, make myself look a little nicer. It's always nice to do a little something for yourself, but I don't go crazy to where I'm got so much makeup on, I look like I'm walking around with a fucking filter on my face. And then when you wipe it off, it's like, holy shit, who are you? I don't wear that much makeup. I just wear like mascara and that's it, pretty much. I don't put on foundation or any of that other stuff, but who cares? We're not talking about makeup. We're talking about how people change after 5 months. Now I'm talking about change like they tell you what you want to hear for the first few months and then they start forgetting what they said and acting or saying something completely different. It could be anything. You know what I'm talking about, because I'm sure either you or someone you know have either gone through something like this or know someone who has gone through this sort of thing, where you meet somebody and you think, oh, they're so cool, we click, they're so nice. You hang out with them for a couple months and you're like, whoa, who the hell is this? This is not the person I met at all. And you bounce. So it could be spring fling, springtime's here, a new person and all that. That's another thing. Dating nowadays compared to dating back in the day before pre-internet is a completely different ball game. Back in the day, pre-internet, before the internet, if you dated someone, usually it's because you met them when you were out somewhere, or one of your friends is fixing you up with that person. It wasn't scrolling through hundreds of people before you found one person that looked like you might be interested in, and come to find out it's not at all who they said they were and all this stuff. Nowadays with the internet, man, it makes it so much more complicated. You would think it would make it easier because you could look somebody up and see, and to find out, were they arrested, a couple days ago for some armed robbery or some shit? You could check somebody out. You could look at their social media. You could pull them up and their public record, and you could do all sorts of stuff now before you even go on a date. Before the internet, you had to trust your friend when they said, oh yeah, they're really nice, they're good looking, I think you guys will hit it off. You had to trust your friend big time, and it was awkward because if it didn't work out, now you got to explain to your friend what happened. And that was always an awkward situation. And you had to be careful too, because it wasn't internet where you could just meet all sorts of people all over the world at just a touch of a button. It was, you met somebody because it was someone that knew you, that knew them. And a lot of times you better make sure that person didn't date 5 of your other friends 3 years ago, because I don't want to be on somebody's roster list. I'm good on all that shit. And it was all word of mouth. All word of mouth. It wasn't, you couldn't pull up the facts on somebody, but you could now, which could be good and it could be bad, because to me, it's good because of safety reasons. You could find out, is this person a nutbag? Did they just get arrested for some crazy shit a couple days ago or something? You want to know that kind of shit about somebody before you even go out. Make sure that they ain't lying about who the hell they are or what their situation is. Well, on the other hand, some people will go too far and not just to look up, are they safe? Are they not a nutbag? They'll look up their social media and their pets' names and their favorite foods and what they like to do. And they'll look up all sorts of shit. And to me, that's going too far, not because it's stalkerish, but because it's going to ruin your whole experience with that person. You're not allowing that person to tell you they have a dog that's named Brandy and she's so cool and she surfs with you and all this. You're not allowing that person to tell you about them because you already read the book, what their favorite color, their food, their dog, their pets, where their parents live. You already know all about them. It's like you checked off a fucking list to make sure, oh yeah, this is definitely somebody I want to be involved with. But guess what? You just made yourself seem uninterested, because when that person's sitting there trying to tell you their story and your facial expressions kind of show that you already know this shit, it's gonna seem a little like you're uninterested. I'm not gonna know that you looked me up and you found all this shit out, because you better not tell me that shit. If somebody told me, yeah, I looked you up and I found all this stuff and I looked you up on all social media and all, I would be thoroughly creeped out. First of all, why are you checking that out? I could see if you check public records, make sure I'm legally single and haven't been arrested, that sort of shit. Okay, that's cool. You're looking out for yourself. I get it. That's all right. But to look up other stuff is now you're stalkerish, and I couldn't imagine what it would be like to date you. Think about it. What would it be like to date somebody like that, man? They would be on your social media all the time. You couldn't like anybody else's shit. They'd be on you. Why'd you like so-and-so status? Why'd you like that picture? Are you crazy? There ain't no fucking way I could deal with that kind of bullshit. I am not answering to somebody why I like something in my life. No, that's like dictatorship. You're trying to tell me what I can and can't like on the internet? You're out of your damn mind. So that's personally, that's what would go through my head. If somebody had told me, yeah, I looked you up on the internet, I checked out your podcast, let's say, if it's really me we're talking about, I checked out your podcast and I checked out your Water Pistol Productions, and I checked all your shit out, I would be so turned off, because now the stories that I shared through my podcast, I can't share with you now because you already heard it. We can't sit at the table and I can't share my experiences. Some of my experiences you took from me being able to share it with you personally and finding out what I like and dislike in movies and all that through the internet instead of taking the time to chill with me and just, I don't know, that first thing that goes through my head would be like, I could not imagine what it would be like to date this person. It'd be like one of those jackass, I have my nephew over the house and you come over all pissed off, who the fuck is this? Are you kidding me, motherfucker? That's my nephew. Like, nah, I can't deal with that. That I can't deal with. I would rather have somebody, I don't know how much, I've already tried meeting people through the internet, and that's, to me, that is just a bullshit, manipulative headache that I don't really want a whole lot to do with. I figure I'm just gonna go about my life, and when I meet somebody, that's exactly when I was supposed to meet them. That's it. Like, that's it. That's exactly when they were supposed to meet me, is when we meet, and that's that. That was a great one. So with spring being right upon us in the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, autumn is beginning for them. So that means their breakup season is beginning and our hookup season is beginning. So whoop whoop for the hookup season. I hope we have such an amazing spring and summer, but since spring is upon us, I'm really having some spring wishes for us. Woohoo! Yeah! That's what's up. Live life to the fullest. Enjoy spring. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time on the Suezie Show. I'll see you next time on the Suezie Show. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for listening and hanging out. I'll see you next time, without a doubt. Now you know where I am and you know where to go. See you next time on the Suezie Show. See you next time on the Suezie Show.